Greetings, Sagittarians. Welcome to July 2014 Runescope. My name is Amanda. As always, just want to remind you to watch the video for your rising sign. That can clarify some information in this very general sun sign reading. Of course, the only way to get a reading specifically for you is to schedule one with me. I do those on Skype. It's $65 for a half-an-hour reading. So just drop me a line at the email address below this video if you would like to schedule an appointment. It can take me a little bit to get back to you, so please be patient. I promise I will get back to you as soon as possible. It just depends on how many people may be ahead of you in the line. So bear with me on that, Sag, if you do contact me to set up a session. But let's dive into July and see what's going to be going down for you guys. What's coming up in the challenge position? It looks like in July you're going to be dealing with, and there's a couple of different ways this can work. It's going to be different for all of you, but some of you may be dealing with secrets, things coming out of the closet. You know, some of you may be literally coming out of the closet, and if you do, congratulations. But I mean, that may be what you're navigating through. Would definitely be a big challenge. But I mean, whatever this is, it does look like you're going to tackle it, and you're going to have support. So that's what I want to get out there right away. But some of you, this may be something a secret you've been trying very hard to keep to yourself. For others of you, this may be a secret coming out about someone around you, something that shocks and surprises you. And you may feel like you are too close to this situation to handle it properly. You may need to go talk to someone. I think that's why the support card is coming up. You may need to seek out advice from friends, from family members. You may need to call on somebody who has been through a similar situation. You just may be at a loss as to either how to deal with a situation or how to deal with someone. This card can also be talking about someone with an addiction issue that is behaving in an erratic way, an addiction or a mental illness that is not being properly treated, and someone who is not behaving in a normal fashion. And you may be out of your depth here, Sagittarius. If this is something, maybe this is a newer person in your life and you didn't know that they had this issue. This may be how this, it comes out that they have this mental disorder, or they have this issue and they aren't taking meds for it, or they haven't been properly diagnosed, or they have an addiction issue and they didn't tell you about it. So that could be your challenge here in July, Sag. It's either you keeping a secret or someone else who's kept a secret from you, and it comes out and you need help dealing with it. And maybe you feel like you can't ask people for help for some reason. Maybe you feel like you've alienated people because of this person, and now you have to go to them for help, and maybe there's an issue with pride. You don't want to have to reach out to people. But definitely, Sag, if you are unequipped to deal with something, and especially if you're in danger, you need to seek out advice about this situation. Now, some of you, this could be somebody who is just you're suspicious of, or they're being suspicious of you, Sag. And if they don't have a reason to be suspicious and controlling over you, this is an unhealthy situation. So you may need to talk to somebody, get some outside perspective. Because what I'm getting, Sag, is that this is someone very close to you, if it's not you. This is somebody very close to you, so you may not be able to see the situation clearly. You may need to seek out that advice that was mentioned earlier. But the good news is that people will help you, even maybe people that you think wouldn't help you. They're there for you. They will help you with this. For those of you, and this could lead some of you to separating from this person. Just want to get that out there. I mean, you could see no other alternative, or you may need like some temporary distance from this situation, Sag. So just want to throw that out there. That may be the best thing for you in July, however this is playing out. If this person is not behaving as themselves, if you're worried or concerned about them, about yourself, about others, then I mean, that may be something. Some of you may be considering a divorce in July. I mean, you may have been separated for a while, and now you're maybe whatever this secret is comes out, and that just kind of seals the deal for you. And either way, I mean, I feel like most of you Sagittarius are going to be seeing a very different side of somebody that you care about, and it's not going to be very positive, and I'm sorry about that. But it is necessary that you see this. No matter how long you've been with this person, I mean, it is necessary that you see this so that you can make a proper decision about your future, and where you want to go from here. For those of you who have been, if there's been a freeze on a relationship, if maybe you haven't spoken to someone in a while, there's been a separation, it does seem that you would have to be the one to make the first move in this situation, Sag. So going back to this, if you maybe feel like you know, you need someone's help but you don't know how to ask, you will have to make the first move, but it won't take much. I mean, just a little bit of a you know, could I stop by and talk, or could I you know, you know, ask you a question, or talk to you privately, or something. If you reach out, you will be well received, Sagittarius, and get the help that you need, or at least get some good advice or support when you need it. So just know that, I mean, at least this is your challenge, but there's a solution. There's a solution. You will have to make the first move, but it will pay off. Or if there's somebody from the past, Sag, that, I mean, there's still residual feelings, or there's still a regret about the way it ended. You know, you can rectify this situation in July and start to turn it around, but you will have to make the first move. And, you know, don't let pride get in your way if this is a person that, you know, you want back in your life, or if this was a relationship that was and is important to you. Definitely, you know, that's going to be worth it to take those steps. Help that's going to be available to you is that you're seeing things the way they really are, Sag, and you know, this makes sense because Neptune is going retrograde, and I believe that may have started in June. If not, it starts in July. But Neptune kind of causes a fog. It causes us to see things and people through rose-colored glasses rather than for what they really are. And when Neptune goes retrograde, those glasses come off and we see the cracks, and we see the truth of a situation, of a person. And that could be what you're dealing with here about a situation or a person, Sag, in July. The good news is there's a way forward from here. There's a new beginning for you in some area. It could be that while maybe one relationship goes sour, another one is repaired, or you know, another relationship is able to move forward once you see what's going on here. But I mean, the advice for you is to at least get away from this situation temporarily, Sag, and get your wits about you. And I think this came up before. I don't know if it was last month, but if somebody's trying to control you, Sag, I mean, the sooner that you nip that in the bud, the better. Because you will never be happy in a situation like that. Even though you may have convinced yourself that you will be, you would actually be settling for what's going to turn out to be a not very happy situation for you. You have to be able to fly free. We've talked about this before in your other readings. You know, Sag has to be able to express their individuality, to fly free, to express their creativity. Even within the confines of a couple, you have to have that space to you know, do your own thing in the way of how you move forward, and your goals, and the things you want to achieve in your life. So it's going to take somebody who's understanding of that, Sag. And if you're not with somebody who's understanding about that, then probably the sooner you get out, the better. You know, again, though, if this is an addiction issue, if this person has something that just there's an imbalance mentally, or something that they need to be diagnosed and taken care of, there could be a new beginning here as well, as long as that person recognizes that, admits that, and gets the help that they need to move forward from here. What can't be changed about July? Sag, if you have to admit that you were wrong or stubborn or selfish about something, you know, you're going to be rewarded for admitting that. I just want you to know that right now. It may be very difficult. I think this is going back to this situation where if you have to, if you feel like you have done something wrong, or you know, maybe you don't feel like you did anything wrong, but the thing is that somebody may tell you, you know what, you hurt my feelings. Well, the proper thing to do there, Sag, even if you don't understand how you did it, because you guys can be very blunt sometimes, and you can be a little self-centered sometimes. Just gonna put it out there. All of you fire signs can be, but that's because you get so caught up in your own creativity, in your own ideas, that, you know, it blinds you to kind of what's going on around you, and that may be what's happened in this situation. So if someone tells you that you hurt their feelings, maybe you don't understand why or how, but I mean, the right thing to do is apologize, because, you know, that I see that wasn't your intention. It just kind of, this person was a casualty of whatever you were going after, or whatever got, you know, that kind of got in the way maybe of your goal. And so yeah, I mean, the rewards are going to be threefold if you just apologize, and you'll be welcomed back. I mean, I'm not seeing anybody holding any resentment. I'm not seeing anybody holding on. These people care about you and miss you, or this person cares about you and misses you. So this could be going back to this person from the past, this relationship from the past. If you want to repair that, all you got to do is reach out, and you'll get a positive response. You'll be very happy with the way that turns out. What I'm seeing for the end of the month, Sag, is that you are, you know, you may be in the middle of a very difficult learning situation right now. July may be a disruptive month, but it's disruptive in the sense that, you know, anytime, if you're sleeping and somebody shakes you awake, it's that kind of thing. It's jarring in the moment, but maybe they woke you up because you're late for something that you really want. You're late for a job interview, or you're late for a party and you end up meeting somebody really awesome there, you know? So just think that, you know, if that person hadn't jarred you awake, you would have missed out on that opportunity. That's what's going on here. That's what's going on here. Whatever disruptive happens in July, take it in. Don't make any rash decisions, Sag. You can kind of rush into and be a little bit impetuous in your decisions, as all fire signs can. That is the nature of you guys, and you know, that can be a wonderful, wonderful blessing, and it can also be a terrible, terrible hindrance, or because it can cause you to rush into situations and commit yourself to areas or to people that you don't have all the information about. And so the caution for July really is, Sag, is to take your time. Don't make any rash decisions. Stay as you are. Kind of take things in and put decisions off until August. Because I do see you getting some really, really good advice from an outside source, an unbiased person that will give you some perspective on this situation. And you know, any conflict with family or any conflict from an old relationship can be healed and rectified, but it will take effort on your part, Sag. You can't just expect it to happen, because I feel like the other people involved may feel like they've done all they can do, or that you don't want their help. You've told them, no, I don't, you know, maybe you took their help to be offensive in some way, or maybe you got defensive when they offered their help, and now they feel like, well, this person doesn't want to hear what I have to say, so they may have completely backed off. But there is a hurt there that needs to be healed, Sag, but it's on both sides. So definitely, I see new beginnings for you. Some of you may be moving house in July, or by the end of July, you may have a property that you're interested in, that you're going to be moving to, and this is going to open up new vistas for you. It's going to be a great new beginning for you. This is something also that you can afford, so I think you're going to get a really good deal on this. If you do need financial assistance, if you need money, if you need to get a loan, I feel like you will get that. You know, you will be able to get the money that you need. There may be a new source of income for you that shows up in July, Sag. So if you're looking to change jobs, you're looking to make a switch there or start a new business. There could also be a creative project that you're working on that somebody wants to buy, or you get an offer for something that you've created. And it could be a very significant sum of money there, Sag. So yeah, definitely if you're on the market for a home, keep looking, especially in July, because it looks like you'll find something very beautiful and in an area where you want to move to. and you'll have the money to do this, or the money that you need will be offered to you either in a loan or you know, you'll get a raise that will enable you to do this, or a new job that will enable you to move into this new place. Some of you may start a home-based business. That's another way this can work out. Something that you've been working on at home, you'll be able to turn that into a way to make money. And this will gradually turn into something that is very stable for you and offers like long-term stability financially for you. So also a great month for job interviews. If you have job interviews in July, you'll sail through them. So don't be worried about that, Sag. If you're a little nervous about something, or nervous about a job interview in particular, you're going to sail through it, and I think you're going to be offered the job. I mean, definitely a lucrative new beginning as far as work goes, if you want it, or also a creative project. So yeah, great things on the job and financial front in July, Sag. It looks like personal relationships, there's some things that need to be dealt with, but you'll do it. As long as you step up to the plate and do it, I think that this is going to be quickly overcome, or quickly you're going to get to the other side of whatever this raging sea is. If there's conflict, the conflict is necessary. Just remember to take off those rose-colored glasses. Neptune's going to help you with that. Make sure you're seeing what's really there rather than what you want to be there in July, Sagittarius. That is what I see. Good luck, and I will see you back here in August.